Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force. I have a quick confession to make. I'm actually on vacation right now, on board a cruise ship in the Caribbean. I just got back from lazing around in the sun and enjoying a tropical breeze for, I don't know, maybe an hour. I'm not telling you this to make you hate me, although that might be the result. I'm telling you this to explain just how truly sick I am, because I decided that that wasn't interesting enough, so I came back down here to play some more Shining Force and show you more of this excellent game. I guess that tells you a little bit about who I am. I get bored easily if I'm not being challenged, and and I like killing lovely monsters because I'm a brute. But no, you know, while this isn't the most challenging game in the world, it is just that little bit more challenging than, say, lying around and doing absolutely nothing, and I crave a challenge. As does Ernest, it would seem. What a nut job. I can't wait to recruit him. And so I just did. I didn't have to wait at all, as it turns out. He's actually kind of an idiot. Who just charges at a door like that? Interestingly, we already have a headquarters, apparently, here, in the middle of Uranbatol, in spite of the fact that it's currently controlled by enemy forces. And more of the quirky Shining Force team humor. I would like to see some of this goody stuffy. I wonder if there's any deals. No, no deals. I swear, some of these shops have deals, eventually. Now that reminds me, I need to repair the power ring so that Ken can use it again. You may recall, in a previous episode, smoke rose from the power ring when I used it. That is what happens. You have to repair it, or you can't use it again. You know, I think it's time to sell Buffont's longsword. He has a steel sword now. There's really no reason for him to be holding on to this thing. And that more than offsets the cost of repairing that ring. Let's see, what else do we have to sell? Theoretically, I could just go and sell off, like, you know, Pell and Vankars and any other sort of weapons that I don't need to hang on to anymore. Oh, that reminds me. I need to promote Gort and equip him with the heat axe. I don't know why I'm having Henri hold on to that other heat axe. Maybe I'm just hoping it'll come in handy at some point. Let's sell a steel arrow. That's a solid 900 coins. That sounds like it. Thank you very much, ye goody stuffy person. Oh, it's a nut. The power of light shines through me, huh? It actually sounds kind of gross. I'd rather not be translucent. Alright, it's time to promote Gort. He's been fighting long enough. He's gotta be what? At least in his 60s. Someone that age, who hasn't been promoted yet, he deserves it. Now, War Gort shall be known as Guldur, which is, in case you're wondering, short for Gladiator, as opposed to Warwolf, which is short for Warwolf. Nope. You have done quite enough, Mr. Priest. That lengthy organ solo was quite inspiring. Thank you for that. Let's see. There's nothing there. Been there, been there. He senses trouble, huh? Yeah, what's this guy got to say? Oh. Is this a Rune Knight just hanging out back here? Oh, I guess it's just a random centaur. Cool. Well, I won't go easy on Balbazak because he is a vile worm, according to that person. Oh, that explains why I can go through town like this. They've all just straight up surrendered. Oh, that's hilarious. I like it. Man, if I were Balbazak, I'd be super pissed at all my units just throwing down their weapons like that. Alright, let's see what Ernest has to say. And already his vendetta against Balbazak is completely forgotten. Headquarters is just that cool. Alright. I remember that door. Nothing's unusual. It's just a door that you can't open or go through. Totally normal. Well, I don't think there's a weapon shop around here. Which is too bad, because I would like to buy a steel sword for Balbazak. I guess I'm just gonna have to go fight Balbazak. Alright, let's do it, folks. Those are some incredibly bloodshot eyes he has. Me and my misfits, huh? We fit just fine, Balbazak. I like how at the last minute they do everything they can to make you hate Balbazak, even though you've literally just now met him and haven't actually heard of him except for in the title of the chapter. I thought I saw that. It's an evil puppet. That is unusual. And it has heal magic. Also most unusual. Alright, so we've got some artillery. Not a big deal. Hellhounds, not a big deal. Silver Knights, definitely not a big deal. Dark Priests, man, I can't believe they're still using those. Not a big deal. The only things that are of concern to me are these. These are new. These are sea bats. They are basically upgraded giant bats. They're kind of, I guess the game makers got tired of using Pegasus Knights, so they've switched to to sea bats. And they're the only thing that I'm really at all concerned about in this battle. The artillery actually could be a problem if we line up here with those Silver Knights. What I might do is just let the Silver Knights come to me and try to hold off these bats around here. Maybe have Kokichi, Balbazak, and Domingo go do their flying squadron thing. And let the big boys kind of line up around the weaker characters. Oh no, the artillery is advancing. That is a great way to get killed, artillery. Thanks for that. That'll be really useful. As you can see, even the sea bats, the upgraded giant bats, don't really do much at this point. At least not against characters like Xylo. Dude, that sea bat had a clear shot at Henri, but chose not to take it. Because dealing 2 points of damage to Xylo is just that tempting. Oh well. Too bad for him. That gives Henri a chance to blaze to these suckers. I really hope she learns Freeze too soon. Can't be that far off. I remember her learning it at around this point in the game, more or less. Alright, Domingo, you head over here with the flying crew. And help me take out these sea bats. And Domingo is leveled up. Attack increases by 1, magic points increase by 4, which is really handy. I can only hope that that trend continues. This could be bad. I was hoping I'd be able to get someone into that spot before the sea bats. Let's see. I need to leave at least one space near Henri so that she can get healed. I think what I might do is kill that artillery to make some room for perhaps Ken or someone else to ride up into the gap. Oh good, here's Chris. So she'll be handling the healing for Henri here. Summoning the magic dandruff fairy of goodness and healing. Incidentally, in Shining Force 2, the magical dandruff fairies return. But in that game, they have a magical dandruff aura, which makes them look even more dandruffy. And there's Balbazak taking out a Silver Knight. Nicely done, Mr. Birdman. Ah, that was a horrible level up. Balbazak, you're killing me. Alright. Well, at least he's going to take this hit instead of Henri. Although, frankly, with 10 attack, I'm not sure the Hellhound would have done more than 1 damage, even to Henri. And Ken continues his tradition of not being able to hit flying things. Also continues his tradition of having absolutely awful defense. Oh, God. Alright, Kokichi, it's up to you. You're gonna have to take down this Seabat. Although, I don't think Gort is gone. What I think I'll do is I'll have Kokichi attack from here, and have Gort, or maybe Gong, whoever goes first, fill in the gap there. It's a nice solid hit from Kokichi. I'm a little concerned about Ken. I think he might get taken out. This is not looking good, folks. I think that was actually the first time we've ever seen an artillery attack in this game. Which is sort of sad if you think about it. Alright, we're going to have to perform an emergency healing on Ken here. Just to keep him alive. In retrospect, it would have been much better if May had been in that spot. Ken is not the most sturdy character. Alright, it's time to make sure Gort is equipped with the Heat Axe, which raises his attack to an awesome 34, and let him loose on this Seabat. Ah, I love that attack animation. That just looks so cool. He's like a little spinning axe helicopter. Okay, Xylo. Why don't we push out a little bit, give our characters some more room. Xylo's going to wreak some more havoc here. Take out a Seabat. Because Xylo doesn't miss. Xylo is a homing missile of Warwolf death. That is just how he rolls. Buffon, meanwhile, dishing out a little pain of his own. And now it's time for Dow to come in and mop up. The fewer of these Seabats I have to deal with, the easier this is going to be. And Dow is level 11. Speed increases by 1, hit points increase by 1, and that's it. Not the most useful level up, but it's better than nothing. Domingo has excellent defense, so I have absolutely no qualms about sticking him there, in spite of his insistence that I should not put him on the front lines. Quite frankly, he's just a big sissy, and he can take it. Alright, what should I do? Maybe I could kill off that Seabat. That would certainly make life easier for Henri. However, I could also deal some serious damage to that Silver Knight and that Hellhound. I could definitely take out the Silver Knight with Blaze 2 here. However, I feel like maybe the better move would be to... Although, I don't know. Ken is kind of in trouble no matter who's left alive here. Yeah, I might... Maybe what I'll do is move her over here, where she's... Well, no, because the artillery can reach her there. Yeah, I don't know. I think I might just go for the much more satisfying Blaze 2 area hit, just because I like it. As you can see, Hellhounds are relatively fire-resistant, but it still deals a hefty blow. Predictably, the Seabats are now all swarming around Buffon, but they don't deal that much damage, and Buffon's defense is a lot better than it was a little while ago, so he can take it. Now, I need to decide what would be the most useful thing for me to do with Kokiji. He has his choice who he can attack here. I feel like the most useful thing for him to do at this point would be to finish off that Seabat. I do not need that sucker hanging around, causing problems among my healers. Incidentally, this is a good battle to build up on, if you are the type to sit around and grind on a battle. The enemies, particularly the Seabats, give pretty good experience. And it isn't the hardest battle. Ooh, and there's May, galloping in and kicking butt. Alright, we need to make sure Buffon doesn't die for obvious reasons, but I feel like at this point, Ken is still the higher priority for healing. Although... Well, the only enemies who can reach Buffon at this point are one Seabat at a time. Which means he's probably going to be okay for at least another turn or two. So I can afford to wait for Gong to reach him. Ken, on the other hand, is in much greater danger if I don't heal him. Although, after he takes out this Hellhound, that might no longer be the case. Oh dear. They don't usually do that. They don't usually go out of their way to target healers behind your front lines like that. That was an unusually smart move on the part of the AI. So now I have to decide what I'm going to do. I feel like the higher priority right now is healing Buffon, simply because Chris is... Even if she doesn't get to move before that artillery goes again, enough of my other characters will that they can probably take it out without too much of a problem before it has another shot at Chris. That's one thing that's both frustrating and in a way kind of entertaining about the initiative-based turn order they have in this game, is you're always sort of making bets, right? Always taking little risks based on your predictions about how the turn order is going to go. It's never entirely clear, so it's very much a risk-taking operation. And we're going to have Gort use the Heat Axe. Ah, beautiful. I love the Heat Axe. Ah, you little bastard. Luckily, Buffon's able to pick up the slack with the second attack, and he's level 4. Attack increases by 3, defense increases by 4, speed increases by 3, max hit points increase by 4. With level ups like that, perhaps you can understand why, by the end of the game, Buffon is simply one of the most kick-ass characters on your force. He gets great level ups once he's promoted. And they make a world of difference. And here's Dow to mop up. One of the Z-Bats survives, but not for long. Could feed him to Domingo. However, kinda want to take out this artillery. I'm not sure if this will actually kill it, but it'll certainly set it up for an easy kill for whoever I want to feed it to. Oh, Xylo. You're already level 12. I'm gonna just put you here. Hey, you're also level 12. Maybe, nah, you know what? No, you know what? I'm saving him for Balbazak. I've made up my mind. Balbazak, I'm giving you one more chance to not suck. I want you to level up one more time. I want it to be a good level up. None of this one agility gain nonsense. I want you to increase your attack, or your defense. Literally anything to make you more useful. Speaking of bad level ups, good lord. It may be time to start promoting Dao and Henri. Or at least think about it. Ooh, going for Balbazak. Well, I can't say I blame him. Balbazak is a bit of a wuss right now. Perhaps the game senses that I am going to try to feed that artillery to Balbazak. And it doesn't like that thought. A nice little level up for Gong. Very good. That magic point increase especially is really, really helpful. That'll make him a much more useful healer going forward. And Kokichi, I'll just have him stick around over there for the time being. I would like Ken to gain another level, if only so. What is his defense? Oh, it's 8! He has a defense of 8! Ken, you shame me! Oh my god. Alright, we have to level him up stat. That is not an okay defense for anyone to have. Even a Centaur Knight with an attack of 30. You have to wonder about those dandruff fairies. Where did they come from? What is their agenda? They seem to just be willing to help anybody. Don't they have any skin in the game? Doesn't Dandruff Fairy Society have some interests that they need to look out for? It's a mystery. And here's Dow to apply a little heat. Here. May will stand over here. Yeah, why not? May is a character I have absolutely no compunctions about over-leveling. Because I know she is going to be on my final team. She is just that good. Ooh, that is a nice little chunk of experience for Ken. Just from hurting that little hellhound over there. Unfortunately, this is another one of those, we're all just going to stay in the exact same spot until someone moves next to us, AI situations, which means that nothing interesting is going to happen. I'm just going to have to decide who to feed that hellhound to, and be done with it. Not Xylo. I might want to feed him to Henri, except she already has. Well, she only has 0 experience at this point, and she'll gain 48 from killing that thing, which seems like kind of a waste considering how much experience characters get just from a basic attack on the thing. What is this thing's defense? 14. That's not too shabby. I don't think Kokichi will one-shot it. Well, let's see. Only one way to find out, folks. Yep. No one-shots today. But also, very little in the way of experience. Oh, I know, maybe I'll have Gong take this guy out. That is a heck of a punch Gong has developed there. His arm just gets stronger and stronger. Once he hits level 12, I think I might promote him. We'll have to see. And here's Balbazak with the finishing blow to the evil puppet. Not very impressive, either in terms of experience points, or in terms of its performance on the battlefield. Alright, Ken, let's see what you can do to Balbazak. Hopefully something significant. That is a cool-looking enemy, by the way. It's a shame they don't show him with his helmet on when he's talking. All you see is that really ugly, bloodshot face. What is Gort's defense right now? 13. Definitely a reduction after his promotion. However, if there's any way to get him experience, this is certainly a good one. Whoa! That is a hell of an attack from Gort. Very impressive. I'll move the font a little closer. I think Gort should be able to withstand an attack from this guy. Oh, no, not a stunning attack. Holy cow. Seems I may have underestimated our friend Balbazak here. Xylo should be able to handle him a little better. Let's move him in and see what our resident Warwolf can handle. Domingo. A refreshing cool breeze to make Balbazak regret standing out in the middle of the harbor. There's May with a spear to the gut. And Henri doesn't actually have an opening because of where Gong is standing, so I'm going to have her wait for the time being. Oh, I just know if I have Balbazak move in and attack that Balbazak is going to one-shot him. I really need to just leave him there. And Kokichi, why don't you join Domingo in the attack? I'm feeling increasingly like Balbazak is not going to make the final cut, and part of me honestly regrets a little all of the time I've spent feeding him enemies in order to up his experience. How much life does he have? 10. Oh, Ken'll kill him in a single hit. I don't want that. I want him to regenerate a little, so I can keep getting experience off of it. Let's see what kind of hit Xylo can take here. Whew! That is a hefty blow. In retrospect, I don't think Gort would have survived either way. He simply didn't have the hit points or the defense. It's a good thing Balbazak didn't do a stunning attack against Xylo. That might have been the end of him. At least until I found another priest. And he's back up to 26 hit points. That was Kokichi on. Oh, he's close to another level. I'm gonna have him attack and level up. I think he'll level up. Let's find out. Oh. Balbazak, you little bastard. Alright. So much for leveling up Kokichi, folks. Ken, on the other hand, if I remember correctly, he did 27 damage the last time he attacked. I am not going to have him do that. I want Balbazak to recover a little bit before I attack him next. Balbazak, you just stay there. Domingo, why don't you use up the rest of your freeze magic? Oh, look at that. Balbazak's recovering even more. That's a quick regeneration level he's got there. Quick turnaround on the hit points, as it were. Okay, well, I'm going to have Ken deal the next hit. Gong, well, there's not a whole lot you can do at this point. Although, actually, he can probably stand a hit from Balbazak as long as it isn't a deadly one. Maybe I'll have him just give him a little punch. More of this quickly evade stuff, huh? I see your game. Saving it for Ken. This is his moment to shine, and gain a level, and become more useful. Oh, that was only 11 points of damage. I think he must have had a deadly attack before, and I just forgot about it. And Kokichi finally levels up. Hit points increased by 1, and that's it. Not the best level up I've ever seen. This might be it for Gong, folks. Let's see. Whew. Gong survives by the skin of his teeth. Such a weird expression. I never understood that. What exactly is teeth skin? Why does it sound so gross? Something else I don't entirely understand, maybe my loyal viewers can explain to me. Why is it that my characters have deadly attacks, but the enemy gets stunning attacks? Is it that I'm, like, stunned by how effective their attack was, or... the enemy just have that much more style than my own characters? I'll be honest, I don't entirely understand. I don't know the answer to that. It's kind of a mystery. Alright, Ken, what are you at? You are at 99 experience. Balbazak is at 7 hit points. So I'm going to wait for him to recover a little. We don't want to overwhelm poor Balbazak. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we're just going to wait for Ken to go again. And then it will be his turn to level up. See, what's so funny about this, the whole stationary boss idea, is even though it makes this boss completely useless, it doesn't have to. Like, they could have avoided that by doing what Fire Emblem does, and giving the boss a ranged attack, and/or having him counterattack. And actually, we'll see in the not-too-distant future an example of a static boss with a really, actually kind of terrifying ranged attack that overcomes the problems you see here with Balbazak. Alright, speed increased by 3, hit points by 4. That's not too shoddy a level up. I would have liked an increase in defense, but as it is, hit points and agility can only help. I'm going to do a quick save state here, because I want Bouffant to get in a hit or two, and I do not need Balbazak getting in a stunning attack on him and ending the battle. Because that would make me a liar, who ends up playing the battle more than once. Granted, it would be in a different sense, but still. Bouffant did not like that. That hurt him deeply. I would just like to imagine Balbazak running away from a flying jellyfish trying to land on his face, and succeeding. Because that's kind of what just happened. Ooh, evading Xylo. That's much more impressive. Alright, May. Let's see if you can stick a spear in him. Me? I've had just about enough of this Balbazak character. In fact... let's get Gong one more level by punching this guy into oblivion. Hopefully he hits, otherwise it might be bye-bye Gong. Oh, there we go. Nice punchin' Gong. And he's level 12. Attack increases by 2, and nothing else. Yeah, okay, fine. Here's a great example of But Thou Must. Except it's not Thou, it's Dark Soul. Too late, worm! Receive your punishment for failure! Oh no! The screen, it flashed! That means I'm dying. Thus did the Shining Force free Uranbatol and set sail for a land of legend. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of Chapter 4, The Great Fortress of Balbazak. You know me, game. Of course I want to record my exploits. They're so exciting and exploitative. And now we come to Chapter 5, Gateway to the Hidden Shrine. Hopefully the Hidden Shrine involves something more useful than the Spirit of the Holy Spring, because that was one useless spirit. After a week at sea, sentries spotted a horde of monsters approaching the ship. I love this jaunty little sailing music. Alright, so as you can see, there's no clear stopping point in the game between the start of Chapter 5 and the first battle, but I am going to stop it anyway, because I am just that determined to keep this episode to a manageable length. So that's it, folks. When we come back, we will prepare to defend the ship surrounded by monsters with the Shining Force minus 1. Because someone died in the last battle, and that person was Gort. And we're all very sad. But he'll be joining us again very soon, because we have a ship with a priest on board, which means we can actually resurrect the dead, in spite of the fact that we are at sea. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I bid you adieu. Thank you for watching Let's Play Shining Force. I'm Craig Stern. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. I know I have. Enjoyed myself, that is. I will see you all next time.